What is up, guys? Welcome back finally to another episode of the Rantcast, and this time we're going to be talking about Apple's WWDC 2018. Brandon's back, as usual on this show. He's got the same, ghosty camera effect going on there. But, yeah.
It's a tradition. It's style. It's the effect that we're trying to
stylistic.
show here.
It's stylistic, bro.
Yeah.
But Apple released absolutely no hardware at this year's WWDC, which was honestly to be expected. I don't know why so many people got so butthurt over that, but just wait a couple more months and then it's gonna be September, and you'll get a more expensive version of this. The first thing we're going to be talking about here is iOS 12, which they have added a lot of features that just should have been there from at least iOS 7, but not until now. So, you guys all know iOS 11 sucks. Brandon can tell you personally.
Yeah, it pretty much bricked my iPad, so I stayed off of it on the iPhone. My iPhone's still on iOS 8.
It's an iPhone 6, by the way. iPhone 6 on
6.
iOS 8. But
it's still horribly out of date. It still works though, so I mean that's the important part, I guess.
It's still better than a Android, bro.
On the iPad, I had iOS 10 on it, and it works pretty good. Go with iOS 11, and it just sucks. Performance-wise, it really sucks. I don't mind the new features and everything, but performance should have been something that they should have paid more attention to. In iOS 12, it looks like Apple listened and is hopefully going to deliver on that.
It's a rare occurrence. We got to take advantage of them listening to us while we can. Also, another thing about this is you see this here. That's either an iPhone SE or an iPhone 5S right there. But this operating system is going all the way back down to the iPhone 5S back from 2013.
Wow.
And
pretty,
they also poked fun at Android during the thing. I think it was 83% of active iOS devices are on iOS 11 right now, and a whopping 6% of all Android devices are on the current Android operating system, and that's including Samsung, Google, LG, Huawei, all these other companies, and Android just sucks. That's just it. But all of these specs here, 70% faster swipe to camera. Nah, I don't think so. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. 50% faster keyboard display, meaning when you tap a text field, the keyboard, pops up. That's supposed to be twice as fast now. And 2 times faster app launch under heavy workload. So we're pretty much just gonna have to wait until the release of this operating system to see how accurate all this is, but from what they showed on stage, it didn't really look too different from iOS 11. I'm just gonna say that right now. So, yeah.
It's pretty much iOS 11 reskinned, but better.
Well,
how iOS 8
allegedly.
was within 7.
Allegedly better.
Hopefully.
Right.
So, I think they had the betas out too. You could try, but I've never tried them at all.
I'm not putting beta on my main phone, bro. Yeah. I learned that the hard way. Never do that.
I did that with my old iPhone 5 when iOS 7 came out. And,
yeah.
It was rough. It was a rough time.
iOS 12 beta bricks every app apparently. So that's always a fun time, bro. All right. So next up is group FaceTime, which, where you been? Skype's had group video chat since, I think, forever. You used to have to pay for it, then they made it free. Discord has had it since recently, and Google Hangouts, I think, has had it for longer than iOS, that's for sure. But up to 32 people at once, and if you want to see what it does, it's whoever's talking gets big. Kind of like what Skype does. If you have more than 3 people, it'll put whoever's talking big on the screen. But now Apple does the same thing, except it looks cooler.
That's cool.
Because that's Apple.
Yeah, that's a cool way to do things.
So next, they decided to take a page out of Samsung's book with what they're calling Memoji. All right, it's legit. It's Animoji except you. And Samsung did this first. Yeah, but Apple did Apple did it better.
Yeah. I think we talked about that too at one point in one of our last Rantcasts. About
it was actually the last Rantcast.
Literally last one.
About the S9.
Looked a little weird.
Yeah, the Samsung ones look creepy, but the Apple ones, like, they obviously don't look real, but they look
it's
more
cartoony
like
enough where it's acceptable. Like, you can look at that and not like cringe at it.
Yeah, you can look at it and not be like, what?
Like, what's this?
There you go.
Yeah, this I could deal with. I could tolerate with that. It looks much better. I mean, yeah, it was Samsung's idea, but at least they did
it better. But I don't know, man. I think that's kind of sad that that's like a flagship feature on this $1,200 iPhone. Like, come on.
I think Animojis in general.
You know what? I haven't used Animoji since like the first week I got this phone, and it's just kind of been sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's there. Right next to Apple Pay. Okay.
I mean, the technology is cool, how it tracks everything in your face and whatnot. But it's
yeah, that's cool, but that's just it's just a gimmicky way of using it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm gonna make myself a dog, B, and then you're like, okay, that's fun, but now I'm bored. Ah, man, bro, I don't know, but that's Apple. They can do what they want, I guess. And I'll still buy their iPhones, because I'm an iSheep. Alright, Animoji, same thing, just there's new emojis now. Okay, it's these four right here. You got that thing. I actually don't know what that's supposed to be. They said it, I don't remember though. You got a koala, and a dinosaur, and a ghost. Along with all the other ones that are currently there now. So, yeah.
There's some variety in there, you know?
Animoji. Camera effects. This is actually something Snapchat's been doing for ever. But now you can do it in the messages camera.
Oh, wow.
These are some great flagship features, bro. I'm so excited.
These are the software features I always wanted in iOS. I was just like, man, I wanted those emojis. I want to animate myself, man. I want to add these little camera effects to my messages now. I always wanted that.
Apple heard your cries, bro, and they said, all right.
Ever since the first iPhone, I wanted this.
Bro, since the beginning, man, they heard you, and they said, all right, you got $1,200?
Yeah. I wish I had $1,200.
Well, I did until I bought that iPhone. That's gone now. I'm never seeing that again.
So then the next iPhone's going to be $1,500, I bet.
It wouldn't surprise me. I hope not, though. I don't want to spend that much on a phone.
I hope not either. I mean, I'd probably buy it. The sad part is, because I desperately need a new phone now. Obviously, the iPhone 6 is just a tad bit old now.
Dude, even the 6S is like...
Oh, yeah.
They still sell the 6S. I don't know why, but they do, so there you go. Now we're on to something actually cool. So, ARKit was announced, I believe, in iOS 11. It might have been 10. I don't know. I don't think it was, though. I'm pretty sure it was 11. But now it's even better. You know, you see this right here? Yeah, that's dope. But AR, you know, it's getting there. It's like, guys, this reminds me of something that the Sony actually tried to do it with the PS Vita. And it was cool, but you had to have these like little cards that you would set down on the table and then point the camera on the PS Vita at it. I have a PS Vita here. It's my dad's, but I don't have the cards anymore. Like, they got lost, but it was a cool concept. But the way Apple's doing it now is like taking that and making it better. 'Cause like it works without anything.
Yeah, because I remember that with the PS Vita. I mean, it was really cool, but the technology just at the time just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that was a long time ago. The PS Vita already. It was like what?
I think it was 2012. Yeah, February 2012 is when he got it.
Dang. I mean, it was advanced for its time, but yeah, the technology wasn't there, and now you have AR today, and it's much better. I mean, just look what iOS 12's doing.
Yeah, like, I mean, I gotta talk about the PS Vita for a second. It was a great system. Sony just did a crap job supporting it.
Yeah, they're terrible marketing too. Maybe we could probably do a Rantcast episode on that actually.
We should, because
that might be a good idea.
They don't even make it anymore. They don't make the PS Vita anymore. It's gone. It's dead. But
sad, really.
It is sad. It was a cool system, but it just didn't work out. I guess Sony's like, all right, let's just stick to the PS4. And then Xbox came out with the Xbox One X that's more powerful, but not as good still. PlayStation for life. All right, we're off topic already.
It won't take that long.
That's
how many minutes in? Actually, you know what? We usually get off topic way before that, so we actually did a pretty good job, I think.
That's another tradition here, though. So don't trip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on to more, at least what I think are useless features. Screen time. Which my Galaxy actually did this. It shows you how long you've been like in each app. iOS actually does this now. It's just not as good as it's going to be. But now you can limit yourself to a certain amount of time on an app per day, which I think absolutely no one's going to use except like parents with like 5-year-olds using their iPads or something.
Yeah.
But even when it takes a special somebody to do that.
Yeah. Oh my god. You have to have a whole bunch of self-discipline to just like force yourself to not use something.
It's 2018, bro. No one has that.
I know. No one has that. I sure as hell don't have that. So.
Nah, bro. You guys want to know how much time I spend on Facebook every day?
How much time?
I want to look. Hold on. I'm actually curious. Let's find out. It's actually only been 15 minutes in the last 24 hours, but in the last week, 1.5 hours.
Ouch.
That's actually not even as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I waste too much time on Facebook and YouTube. I guarantee if I had that feature, I'd see that and be like, oh, my gosh, I should stay off of that. But I wouldn't do anything about it.
You'd be like,
limit myself.
You'd be like, oh, I should stay off of that. Nah,
forget it.
It's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, man.
That's how it is.
So it'll give you a time check, and then it'll, like, black out your screen and be like, hey, your time's up. And then you can be like, nah, not yet. And there's, like, a dismiss button. So you can, like, override it just by tapping dismiss. It's pointless. There's no point.
It's so dumb.
Oh, man. Next, though, this is something I'm actually excited for, because this is, like, the one thing I miss from being on Samsung, is grouped notifications, which, finally, thank you. It took you only, the last 3 years of people saying that iOS notifications suck, and, they have a little demo here. Look at that. It works just like Android, except it looks nicer.
Yeah, that's way more organized than what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, usually, like, I'll wake up and my screen's just
like
flooded with notifications.
Just
and
gotta
I'm like,
scroll along, like, what the hell's going on here?
For real.
That's way more organized, and it's just a much cleaner look in general.
It is. Like, that's the one thing Apple's always been good at, is making stuff look good. Like, take the iPhone 10 or any MacBook, for example. They all just look nice.
They do.
Yeah. And also, while we're on the topic of notifications, directly under this, Do Not Disturb has a new thing. I'm not really going to call it a feature, because I don't think it is. But what... Oh, they don't even show it. All right, thank you, guys.
Oh, wow.
You guys are great. All right, just... Pretty much what happens is you can have it so when you put your phone in Do Not Disturb, it'll black out your lock screen and only show you the clock. Their reasoning for that was if you wake up in the middle of the night and want to check like what time it is or something, because you can't just look across your room at a freaking clock, you got to pick up your phone. But
exactly,
in case you do that, it'll only show you the clock and a nice dark, like, it'll still be your wallpaper, but it'll be like super dark and not show you any notifications that could wake you up more. Then there's a dismiss button and it'll tell you like good morning, and then you can see all your notifications. It's so gimmicky, but it actually does seem kind of useful.
Yeah, I could see the use in that. Yeah, for some people I could see the use in that.
Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about my phone telling me good morning at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I wake up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that just seemed kind of weird, yeah.
Good morning. Oh, sorry, I mean afternoon. You've got other things here that aren't really that important. Better way of sharing photos. Okay, Google Photos has done that already. Smarter way to search your photos. Google Photos already has that, which is actually available on iOS, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Streamlined. Oh, this is the new Siri thing. So, pretty much you can, I don't want to say it because it'll make my phone go off, but you can say Siri and tell her, like, I'm going home, and you can actually have her set to, like, text your roommate that you're going home is the example they used. But not only will she do that, she'll turn whatever HomeKit accessories you want her to turn them on or off, and set your GPS for a route to your house that's the fastest, which I think is pretty cool, but...
That is pretty cool.
I can't remember what company it is. It's either Google Assistant or Bixby that does that, like, kind of automatically, just not as accurately. Which I would prefer just, like, programming it myself, because that would give me control over what exactly is happening. And I mean, with the state of Siri right now, she sucks. Okay, there's nothing around that. Siri sucks. It's the worst. Not as bad as Bixby, but Siri sucks. So I wouldn't really trust her to be like, you know... She'd probably send a text to Donald Trump that I'm going home, and then Trump would be like, oh, baby...
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be home in an hour? Show up Trump's at my house. Hey, what's up, boy? And I'd be like, oh, why are you here, man? And he'd be like, oh, you texted me. And I'd be like, thanks, Siri. Privacy is also a thing on iOS. Always been. Not even gonna go over that. And, there's more. We're not gonna cover the whole keynote, because I don't want this video to be as long as the actual keynote was. But... there you go. That's iOS 12 in a nutshell, pretty much. Next up, guys, the new macOS called macOS Mojave, or Mojave, depending on how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure either one is right.
Maybe it's just Mojave.
Mojave?
It's Mojave.
I gotta tell you, though, when macOS Yosemite came out, I thought it was pronounced Yosemite. Yosemite.
The first time I heard the term Yosemite, I always pronounced it Yosemite. And you gonna go to Yosemite Park?
Yosemite Park. Oh man. Well, anyway, guys, macOS Mojave. It's not OS 10 anymore. It hasn't been for a while. Nothing new there. Coming this fall, I will actually be doing the beta for this on my MacBook, because I don't really care about that much. Just not on the iMac, because this is my baby. This was expensive. I'm not putting beta on this. But anyway, did you notice what just happened right there? Did you see how the background changed a little bit? Oh, it's not going to do it again, but hopefully you saw that. So, macOS gets a dark mode, and what everyone was asking for was for iOS to get a dark mode. Why, man? I mean, I'm not complaining about macOS getting a dark mode, right? Because that's sweet. But why not on iOS? Yeah. Why can't iOS have a dark mode? It's not that hard.
iOS 13.
iOS 13, guys.
Next year.
Next year. Come back.
Yeah, iOS 13. If we're lucky, then it might be iOS 14. But you know, we'll see.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh yeah, because isn't like 13 like an unlucky number or something?
Oh yeah, maybe they might just skip it and go to iOS 14.
I mean, they had iOS 9 though, and 9 was skipped on everything else. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait. We're gonna have to find out. I don't know if Tim Cook is like superstitious.
We're just making predictions here. You know. Hopefully we're right.
We'll find out.
iOS 13 dark mode.
You know what I will say though? Dark mode looks really nice with this iMac Pro here. Like it just matches the space gray. Like. I like it. I don't have an iMac Pro though. That's too expensive. Like
yeah.
that's
like the price of a car.
That's $13,000, bro. For the highest end one, $13,000. Yeah, you could get a Forerunner for that. Not new, but still. Anyway though, you know, macOS not much has really changed in it recently. They give you a little like slider. See, there's how it looks now, and then bam, dark mode. I like it. I'm probably going to be using dark mode, because right now, if you look... Oh, not going to do it? Oh, thank you. It's okay. It's actually not gonna do it. Well, if it would work, you would see. Oh, here. See how my dock is like dark right here? It's gonna be that, except instead of just the dock and the menu bar, which won't show for whatever reason, it'll make that dark along with your windows, which I think is dope.
Oh, that is dope.
So alongside it being dope, we've got the dynamic desktop, which honestly, like, I'm sure someone's done this before, but throughout the day, it'll change your wallpaper from. Whoa, what
now,
just happened there?
That is dope. I'm playing with that right now on the website, and that's just absolutely dope.
Like, you can see, like, look at this. That's cool. I'm pretty sure it's only gonna work with this picture, but like, that's still cool.
That's awesome.
It's kind of like it's kind of wigging out right now. It's not working right, but look at that.
That's so cool. Wow.
Like, I don't care how gimmicky that is. That's cool. I like that.
That is awesome. Yeah, me too. There's something about that that's just awesome. I'd say there probably might be another wallpaper. I hope there is at least another one.
At least two. At least two would be nice. Yeah. If they could find a way to do it with, like, pictures you take, then bruh, do it.
Oh, dude, now we're talking. Like, oh, yeah.
Dude, for real. But yeah,
that'd be so sweet.
That's it right there, guys, on a MacBook Pro. Down here, stacks. Now, there's already stacks, like, on the, dock, but now, if you're one of the people that sucks, your desktop's gonna look like this, alright, with stuff just everywhere. But all you gotta do, here, you know what, here, just watch. Oh, it won't even let me replay it. Give me a second. You can have the operating system stack everything by type. Like, it'll put videos in a stack on the desktop, then photos, then scans or screenshot. It actually knows the difference between, like, a photo and a screenshot, which I think
that's cool.
I mean, Google Photos does that already, but still. There's also, like new things in Finder that aren't really that important, but there is something that should have just been there. Like, why wasn't it here before? You guys know what HomeKit is? You know what HomeKit is? Oh, I should probably talk about this actually really quick. So screenshots, it's better now. When you do the Command-Shift-4 combo on the keyboard, it'll bring up this right here, and you can actually do, like, screen recording from that now instead of having to go through QuickTime to do that. Oh, here, this one lets me replay, of course, not the one I wanted to show, but... And it does the iOS screenshot thing, too, which, okay, fair enough, that's cool. I don't really care that much, though. Oh, continuity camera, I actually forgot about this. Alright, take this concept right here. You're working on a presentation in, like, Keynote, right? And you need a picture of something in it. Like, I don't know, say, like a wall, okay? You need a picture of a wall. And you don't want to look on Google for it. You can actually take a photo. Like, there'll be an option. You can right-click, take a photo, and it'll send that to your phone. Open the camera on your phone. You take a freaking picture with your phone, and then hit Use Photo, and it shows right there on the Mac.
That's impressive.
Like, say what you want about Apple, but I don't see Windows doing that.
That's really cool, though. That is really awesome.
I'll have to mess around with that. They did show it in the keynote, of course, and I thought it was pretty cool. But, you know, it's the thing that I'm probably going to use once and then be like, okay. Google's right there. That's a little bit easier. Same FaceTime thing as iOS. 32 people, except you can't be a an emoji on the Mac FaceTime because there's no Face ID sensor in any of them. But yeah, you gotta have an iPhone 10 for that, or whatever the new iPhone's gonna be.
Yeah, I wonder what the new iPhone is going to be named. It's quite an interesting thing.
Yeah. All right.
Is it still going to be called the 10 or?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about that right now. I don't care. I'm just gonna wait till the keynote and we'll find out then. So now we're on to the part that I was trying to talk about earlier. New apps. There's news on here now, which there's stocks on here now, which again, but HomeKit. Why wasn't this here when it came out on iOS? Like right now, if I ask Siri on my Mac to turn on my lights, she won't do anything. She'll just be like, oh, sorry, buddy, can't help you here. You know what? I'm gonna show you. Turn on the lights.
Sorry, I can't help you with HomeKit here.
Do you see that?
Wow.
Do you see that? Now if I ask Siri on my phone, hey Siri, turn on the lights.
Okay.
That works. But not on the Mac. Not until iOS, not until, macOS Mojave comes out.
Mojave. It's Mojave.
Sorry, Mojave. I don't know why this wasn't there to begin with. They also felt the need to put voice memos on Mac, which also got redesigned in iOS 12. I don't think I talked about that, but it's not that important. You could also record your voice with QuickTime before. All you have to do is right-click on QuickTime and then do new audio recording, but nah, voice memos is here. They do all sync through iCloud though, so say like you record something on your iPhone, it'll just show up on your Mac without you having to do anything, which, yeah, that's
awesome.
cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
But
cool feature.
But it's iCloud. You should expect it to do that anyway. The Mac App Store got redesigned. They pretty much just moved the top bar to the left side, which, alright, cool. You know, it's whatever. It's still the same freaking thing, just looks different. There is some new, like, security measures in it, but I'm not gonna get into it, because it's just gonna take too long. But, there you go right there. Control your data is better, and... Oh, this is only if you use Safari, though. If you use Google Chrome like me, you out of luck. You just don't get it. So that sucks. But... I'm not using Safari. They can take whatever they want. I'm not using Safari. But... That's it. That's all that's new. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all that's new. There's actually a lot that they added to this version of macOS, but... Hey, that's what's up. Now, we're on to watchOS 5, which every single Apple Watch except this generation is getting. So you know what that means? I gotta buy a new Apple Watch. Thanks, guys.
Oh, no.
I love you. Anyway, you know, watchOS 5. There's some features that I could see being problematic, like the walkie-talkie feature. You know, I know some people at school that have Apple Watches, and I could probably convince them to be like, hey, you wanna like put me on your whitelist for the walkie-talkie? Then just like when they're in the middle of a test, just like say something stupid through it.
Oh,
you know,
man.
like that's such a bad idea,
man.
but
that's a bad idea waiting to happen right there. Yes.
and it's not even a new thing. Like guys, we haven't even scrolled down yet, and there's already something here that I'm telling you about, but it's not even a new feature. You remember those Nextel phones that had like the walkie-talkie feature on them that like every construction worker would use?
I remember that. Yeah.
That's like that, except on a freaking watch now that costs upwards from $320. So there you go. You can't do it on your phone, by the way. It's only on the watch. Yeah. Yeah. So coming in September again is everything that was released or announced here. Activity competitions, like I don't really care about anything that was announced in the new Apple Watch OS. The trophies are gonna be looking better. Like, okay, cool, more like that's like the millennial. I want a trophy for everything. Like,
dude, I want a trophy.
Dude, I'll stand up and my watch will be like, congratulations, you've earned an hour towards your stand goal today, and I'll be like, cool, I don't care, man.
Dude, you just lay down and go to sleep, you get a trophy. I mean,
oh, dude, my watch was like pestering me when I was sick one time. I gotta tell this story. So I'm sick, right? I'm laying in bed eating a bowl of chips, and my watch just starts tapping me saying, time to stand. And I was like, no, I'm sick, bro. So then like 20 minutes later, it's... There, if you guys don't know how the Apple Watch works, there's these things called activity rings that you're supposed to like close by moving or standing or walking or any of that. It goes, check your rings. Your rings are usually much farther along by now, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm usually not sick laying in bed. I mean, I usually lay in bed a lot during the day, but not... Like, I'm not gonna walk around when I'm sick, man. I'm trying to lay here and enjoy
Hey,
this
just ain't
bowl of
fun.
chips.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know you can turn it off, but I'm too lazy to do that. I don't care
That's kind
enough.
of how I would be too. That's how I'd be too. I mean, I just let it go
It's
and
like,
just be
yeah,
like,
you have to go into an app on the phone and then turn it off.
I
and
know,
it's like,
it's too much damn work. Unless you get a trophy for it, then maybe I'll do it.
unless you get a trophy for it. I mean, and guys, sometimes my phone's like sitting right there on the wireless charger, right? I don't feel like getting out of bed to get that, you know? You feel me?
No, it's too hard.
Like, my bed's all the way over there. I'd have to stand up and walk a whole, like, 3 steps over to my desk, get my phone, walk 3 more back, and then get back in bed and get all comfortable again. No thanks. I'll just leave my phone over there. Like, come on, nah.
I know, like, it's just too much work.
Straight up. Like,
Way too much, man.
I mean, alright. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to this now. Like, there's legit not that much new stuff except the stupid walkie-talkie problematic feature.
Smarter Siri.
Well, yeah, that's like
Smarter
Smarter
Siri.
Siri. Oh, that is actually something that I could see as being problematic as well. Where did it? Yeah, here you go. Smarter Siri. So now, you know, you usually have to say that one word and then Siri to get Siri to talk to you. Now you just like you hold your wrist up and talk to your watch and Siri will show up. Like, don't you think that's gonna be like problematic? Like, what if you're talking and like you move your wrist in the right
Just
way?
your wrist.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I can show this, but like my here, I'll turn it off. My wrist is like this. If I just do that, the watch turns on. What do you think's gonna happen when you're sitting there having a conversation with someone and you like move your wrist and then Siri's like, "Oh, what? I'm sorry, bro. I couldn't hear you." Everyone's gonna be like, "Did your watch just talk?" And then you're gonna have to be like, yeah.
Yeah, I got an Apple Watch.
I gotta. And Siri doesn't even talk back to you on this watch, which is good, but. Oh, okay. See that? I didn't even say the thing, and Siri turned on. So that's just a prelude into how not having to say anything to get Siri to show up is gonna be.
So it's just
I'm
a problem
scared.
waiting to happen right
It is.
there.
Everything in this watch is except improved notifications. Great, they're stacked just like iOS 12. Student ID cards. This is actually cool. Like,
I do like that idea, yeah.
they're
I kind of wish I
unlocking.
had that.
They're like half unlocking the NFC chip in this, which, if you guys don't know what that is, that stands for Near Field Communication. It's what you use for Apple Pay. And you go up, you're all like hip and like, oh, let me pay for that with my watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
Oh my gosh.
they're unlocking that just a little bit to a very select group of universities, which is listed right here.
Just
so-
6.
Yeah.
Just 6 universities.
6
Gosh.
of them. But I mean, like, how, like, you know those like keypad things you can put on your door at your house? Imagine just like having to put your watch up to that and then you can get in your house. Like, that's essentially what this is going to lead to in the future, I bet. And that's going to be cool.
I think so. That would be really awesome.
I can only imagine how expensive those stupid things are going to be. That,
Oh my gosh, probably.
that's supported by Apple Watch badge on the box just drives it up at least $100 right there.
Yeah. I mean, just putting the Apple logo, it's instant $100 right there.
At the minimum. At the minimum.
Yeah, minimum. It could be even more.
And here's your WatchOS 5 compatibility. Not compatible with the first generation Apple Watch. Whoops. Well, there are a couple more things that they announced at this event, such as the Apple TV gets Dolby Atmos now, which I actually want to talk about that really quick. Usually, like, they took away the optical output, the TOS link on the Apple TV. So how are you supposed to get that Atmos signal out of the Apple TV into your receiver? The only possible way I could think is through HDMI, and that's not as good as just doing it directly through, like, an optical cable. Like, I have my iMac hooked up to the receiver right here through, you guessed it, a Toslink cable. And it's better than HDMI is for that. So, I don't know. That's about all I can remember from the new TV. I don't even know if it's a new TV OS at all, but they're unlocking more like channels from different cable companies and stuff. But that's about it. There's not much new. I feel like the Apple TV is going to die off pretty soon because, you know, TVs kind of just have everything that the Apple TV does built into the TV. So you don't need a separate set-top box anymore.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
becoming much more common now, yeah. And just TVs in general are just getting cheaper every day, so...
I know one of you is going to say, oh, what about AirPlay? I'm going to tell you right now. Alright, at school, we have this thing, right? It's a big 75-inch touchscreen with AirPlay built into it, alright? Built in to that monitor. There's no Apple TV. You can just AirPlay directly to the TV. I guess it's not a TV, but there's your AirPlay solution. I don't know if any TVs have it, but that one does, and I don't know. I think the Apple TV is going to go away soon, because no one wants to play games on it. You got a PlayStation for that, man.
I know.
PlayStations aren't even that expensive anymore. They're like $300. You can get a PS4.
Yeah, I know. So cheap. So cheap.
For real, dude. Alright, that's where we're going to end off this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, as usual, like, comment, and subscribe. Brandon's channel, linked in the description, and a card, and an end screen. And till the next video, guys, that is going to be it. So thank you for watching.